TSR Live. I guess we'll call this TSR Saturdays. Let me make sure all systems are go. It looks like it's still waiting on us, which is kind of weird. Huh.
Yeah, that's what I got here.
I thought. No. Looks like we are live. It says that we're live. TSR Live. I guess
Oh,
there it is. Yep, there it is. All right. Okay, cool. So looks like we are live on. All right, guys. So we're live on. We're live on both of my YouTube channels. We're also live on Facebook, as well as Twitch and MGTOW.TV. So thank you guys for joining us today. My guest this afternoon is none other than Miami J, man, one of the original TSR OGs, a good friend of mine. And this is interesting. I think a lot of people, Joel, I think a lot of people have been complimenting me on my Miami Vice type suits that I got. I don't think they know that you are the guy responsible for that. It was like at the end of when was it? Was the end of May? No, it wasn't the end of. It was the end of March. It was the end of March. Yeah, it was right at the end of March because I was in Miami to do the broadcast with Myron. Then Myron and I flew to Vegas the next day. Well, I said to you, I was like, look, dude, I need something Miami to wear on the show. And I was actually just going to go to the mall, the local mall right there out in Brickell, and just pick something out. But we went all the way out to Aventura, I think it was. And dude, I was like, yo, this was crazy. Oh, by the way, did you ever smash so there's a girl that was helping us, and you actually got her number. Did you ever get up with her?
No, I went out with her, but I struck out. It happened.
Yeah, dude, listen, dude. Like nobody bats 1,000, man. Nobody bats 1,000. So yeah. Well, good times. So yes, Miami J is the reason why I had that Scarface.
Before we get started, let me officially or on the air congratulate you on the success of the CME.
Oh yeah, thank you.
That is well-deserved success, and keep it rolling. I hope to be there for the next one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you definitely got to be there for the next one. The next one's going to be in Dallas. And
I'm actually flying to Dallas tomorrow, actually.
Oh, that's right, because you have ties out in Texas. That's right. Wow, yeah. We'll definitely get you out there for the next one. But yeah, man, the CME, it was a lot of fun. It really was. It went off with, on my end, it went off without a hitch. Obviously, I guess that kind of speaks to the staff that I hired. I'm actually still paying those guys back. But thanks, man.
I know a couple of the guys that you hired. I met them previously, and they're really stand-up guys. They know what they're doing.
Oh yes, they do. Yeah, they do, man. I was very fortunate to be able to, like, George Kellis actually had it was funny. So George Bruno told me, hey man, you got to get a hold of George Kellis. He can really help you run things. And so he gave me Kellis's number. So I call Kellis's number, and I've already got him in my phone. I was like, oh, I didn't realize I still had this guy's phone number. He picks up the phone. He's like, what's up, Donovan? I said, oh, wow. Okay, so he still has my phone number too. He already knew. So yeah, that was.
He'd probably been watching all the drama unfold.
Oh, God.
Waiting for you to call him.
Honestly, he probably was. Was. But all that stuff is.
Hang on. Let's give credit where credit is due. Pine, you remember Pine? I do, yeah. He was the first one to call him out as a crazy son of a bitch.
He was, man. And I remember it was at that event in 2018. I remember that.
The last day. It was like, dude, there's something way off.
Yeah. I remember that, man. I do remember that. That was, Jesus Christ, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy schmoly, man. But yeah, we made it out. And things went great. Things are going well. And we're in the process now of getting things ready for Dallas. That's not going to be, obviously it's not going to be until October, but as the time gets here, we'll certainly ramp things up as I attempt to catch up on the sleep. What we're going to talk about today, we're just going to talk about how we got our starts, how you got your start, into the motorcycle community, your YouTube channel. And guys, go subscribe to this guy, man. 305 Rider, dude. You actually do some really, really good video editing with the. Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun. Then of course you've got all the biker bitches. Who
I have the biker bitches.
Yeah, of course, dude. Yeah. I mean, and I think we discussed this last time we were on the air. Women, are there any all women motorcycle communities, or do they just gravitate towards the men?
There are. Well, there's a couple Instagram pages that focus on women.
Okay.
And I suspect they're run by guys.
Oh, of course.
But you always hear about all girl rides and whatever, and those do happen. But as far as a girls only motorcycle club, they come and go very, very frequently. They break up very, very fast because obviously get a bunch of women together,
it's nothing but drama, dude. Yeah,
I've seen a bunch of groups come and go. Some of them they do 3-4 rides,
and then that's it.
We'll do one ride, and then one girl brings her boyfriend, and all the girls bring their boyfriend.
Oh boy!
All of a sudden, no longer a girls' thing.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's how it ends up.
Typical, dude. That's definitely typical of women to do that. It's interesting. I remember when Dev and I first started talking, she told me that she played. She was in a fantasy football league, or that she had done one. I think when she was living in Florida. And I just said, oh, God, like, really? You're in a fantasy football league? She's like, well, yeah, I used to do blah, 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 blah. And so I said, okay, like, really? Like, listen, I know you like the Eagles, but you're not that big a fan. Like, it's for male attention. No, it's not for male attention. I said, so let me ask you something. Would you ever join an all-girl fantasy football league, right? Like, I asked her that straight up. Would you ever join an all-girl fantasy football league? Crickets. I heard nothing but crickets. And so I was like, yeah, there you go. I mean, listen, man. And it's funny. What's his name? Sean, the guitar guy. He used to call in a lot. And I got to get a hold of him. He used to tell me all the time, man, look, dude, like the reason why women like to invade male spaces, he says, a lot of it is agenda-based, but women like being around dudes who have their shit together. And the motorcycle community is no different.
Not to take us all over the place, but guys, if you do want to sign up for the TSR Football League,
yes,
every year, Fantasy Football League, send me an email. It's Miami305. No, it's MIA.J. No, sorry. MIA305.J@gmail.com. I don't know if you can put that on the screen.
Yeah, I can put that. I can put that in the chat. So MIA.J.
MIA305.J@gmail.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Just put TSR Fantasy Football in the subject line, and I'll get you signed up. I believe we still have 10 spots left. And,
okay, cool.
It's a chance to play fantasy football with myself, Donovan, and Rolo. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We've this is our third. It's like our third or fourth year, isn't it?
Third year running.
Yeah, man. It's been a lot of fun, dude. And we play for. We play for a legit trophy. I had to send. I thought, it's funny. I sent out. This is our third year, because I sent out trophies to the two winners. For whatever reason, I thought that they were the same guy, but I looked at my shipping invoice. I was like, you know what? It wasn't the same guy. So
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, we have a couple of guys in there who are really, really good at fantasy football. Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, wow, these guys are not fucking around. So sign up. Like I said, send Joel an email, MIA305.J@gmail.com. Oh, cool, yeah. I'll also put the address, the email address in the description. So talk to me a little bit about how you got into motorcycle. Or let me ask it to you like this: is riding motorcycles your purpose, or is it a hobby?
No, it's definitely my passion.
Okay, all right,
for sure. And I've managed to started to turn that into what you see behind you. So YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I got I kind of have my arm in a few different things. I got a clothing line right now.
Oh yes. Oh wow. Okay.
That's branched off into a few different things, but I think that is how you find your purpose, right?
Sure.
You take whatever your passion is, and you turn it into something that can free up your time even more. If I can, and I still have a 9 to 5, full disclosure, but if I can manage to make enough money off of this to quit my 9 to 5.
Right.
That's the dream.
There you go.
Do what you love for yourself, and that's what finding your passion is all about.
Joel Frewa exposed. He has a full-time job. He's a fraud. Yeah, it's funny. Like it's been a while since I've had a 9 to 5. I think the last 9 to 5 I had, it was definitely a call center, but I forget which one because I think I worked for like 3 or 4 in Vegas. What's that?
You and call centers, you always got a call center story.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Call centers, listen, it is not easy work. It's very hard work, but it's a way to make a lot of money really quickly. And, I mean, I have extensive telemarketing and sales experience, so that was just sort of a natural fit for me. When I found out that my and everybody's call center supervisor is overweight, they've got gauged out ears, and they smoke, and they're balding a little, right? At least that's the way they are in Vegas. And I'll never forget this. He said, "Yeah, I have to evict somebody. I've got an eviction today." And I was like, "Oh shit, you're getting kicked out of your place?" He said, "No, I have to evict someone." And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, "Are you like a repo man? I'm like, who are you evicting?" He's like, "Yeah, one of my tenants." And I'm like, "Tenants? Like what are you talking about?" He's like, "Dude, I have a rental property. I have to kick them out today." And I'm like, "You have rental property? Like a guy like you?" And so he sort of took about a half an hour to explain it to me, and then after that, I was off to the races, man. So, so
never, but a lot of people have secret shit going on that you'd be like, "What?"
Yeah, and I'll tell you this too. Myron is big into real estate investment. I'm going to tell you what, man.
Is he really?
Yes, dude. Myron Gaines is probably his financial savvy and awareness is almost on par with Aaron Clarey. Like Myron is extremely he knows how to leverage credit. He knows about he's actually going to start getting into the money markets, but he is very, very good. He is fiscally, how can I put this? He is very fiscally intelligent. He really, really is. Like some of the conversations he has.
One thing, if I could do my life over again or go to college, start over again.
Yeah.
That is one thing I would focus on. And I always tell my nieces and everybody who's like close to going to college, in college, you're going to do whatever you want.
Right.
At the very least, make sure your electives are financial classes.
There you go.
If you know that, the power that comes along with, it's...
Man, I'm telling you, dude.
And sadly, we don't realize that till later.
No, of course not.
You know how a credit card works at that point.
Right. Yeah, I mean, dude, like the way... And Myron never, ever spends his own money. He never spends his own money. Every purchase he makes is on a credit card, and then he just pays off the balance. And I used to know people like that, but like we've had 5 and 10 minute conversations about this on the air. It's incredible, like what this dude knows, man. It really is. Actually, kind of scary. Not bad for a teacher, a former teacher / florist.
He was a teacher?
No, he was Myron. Now, see, Myron. Now I know what Myron used to do for a living, and he's going to have to talk to his attorney about what he can divulge. I can't really. Boy, listen, man. Like I joke about what he does for a living or whatever. Obviously, he does the Fresh and Fit podcast now. But what Myron used to do for a living, dude, that dude is a badass. Like he really is. He is, dude. He's a fucking badass. This is why when and if he divulges what he used to do for a living, a lot of his tendencies and proclivities on the air will start to make a lot of sense. That's really all I can divulge. I know exactly what he used to do, man, and it's amazing. It really is. He's an impressive guy, man. For someone who's only 31 years old, he's accomplished a lot in a very short period of time relative to his time on the earth. So yeah, right. So talk to me. So tell my audience, talk to us about how you got started in motorcycles. When did you first realize that this is something you really wanted to do?
So it's actually, freaking lightning.
Oh, that's Miami.
So actually, yeah, that's Miami. So actually, it's kind of interesting. My motorcycle journey, my motorcycle story goes kind of hand in hand with my Red Pill journey.
Oh, okay.
So I had discovered the Red Pill probably about a year in.
Okay.
Maybe some more time. I was watching your podcast. I think it was
episode 117.
150 or something.
Yeah, right.
Way back when. And I was at a point where I was trying to find my purpose, right?
Right.
trying to find. I needed something because I was literally, I had a girlfriend, but I was waking up, going to work. Maybe I'd go see my girlfriend. If I didn't, I'd come home, watch TV, go to sleep.
Right.
There's no fulfillment in that.
Right, of course.
And at that point, honestly, I didn't even like my job. So I would wake up to a job I hated, whatever. So I needed to find something. And of course, getting into the red pill, and I think a lot of dudes I don't want to call it a mistake, but have this knee-jerk reaction is, well, you know what? I'm learning a lot about this red pill stuff. I'm kind of savvy at this, and I've made a couple of friends on the chat. Let me try to start my own red pill thing. And I tried that. You remember Latino Man?
I do. I remember that very well. That was actually a good-looking website, man. I liked it.
It was, but the point is, I wasn't an authority on it.
Sure.
And I still learn something about the RP every single day.
Of course.
I wasn't an authority on it, and to be honest, yeah, I like it and I know about it and I love consuming the content and I live it, but I wasn't passionate about it.
Okay.
I couldn't sit there and think about it every day, all day, because that's
See, this is when I knew that this was what I wanted to do, because I did a 6-hour live stream. I have content ideas.
Part of that. I'm like, dude, how's he still going? It's been 5.5 hours.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. But yeah, but it's just like you said, and I've tried my hands at certain things. Like this is my third business. My first business, I owned a mattress, a very small mattress chain. I had one location, and then I opened up a satellite location in another city, maybe 5 miles away, right there off 15501 in the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill area. And I was really good at it, but I was working myself into the ground. I then tried like a discount mattress type of deal. I did that for 6 months, and I barely broke even. So I gave that a shot, and that didn't work. And the reason why is because I wasn't an authority on discount mattresses. So much like the Latino Manosphere, you said, okay, I gave it a shot, not passionate about it, I'm gonna have to go in another direction.
Right, and that's when at that point it was, I want to say December 2018-ish.
Okay.
The point is, I took a road trip with my ex-girlfriend. We went to Washington, D.C. for the New Year. And, I was actively thinking to myself, I got to find something. At that point, I bought a expensive DSLR camera. I said, maybe photography, maybe that's it. I don't know. I was just trying new things.
Right.
And on our way back, it was, we're driving through Daytona, and we were hungry. And I see Harley Davidson, real big, right on the side of the highway.
Wow.
It's a huge dealership.
And you're like, why do I have a boner right now?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? Funny in the pants. I'm not sure.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Let's pull off there, and they had a cookout going.
Okay.
They had a grill out going because they do that at Harley dealerships all the time. Like, you know what? Let's get some free burgers. Take a look at some motorcycles.
So you didn't have a Harley at this point?
No.
Wow. That gave you the bug. Oh my God, that's what gave you the bug, dude.
I was always the guy that was like, you know what? I've had a couple friends die on bikes.
Right.
They look like fun, but I'll never do it. I went to the Harley dealership. I sat on a couple of bikes. I turned it on, felt the engine.
Oh my God, that was a wrap.
Dude, 3 weeks later, I have my motorcycle license. A month later, I have
wow. It happened like that? It happened that quickly?
Like that.
Okay, so had you so let me get this straight. Before you got your motorcycle license, did you already know how to ride a motorcycle, I would imagine?
No, I learned how to ride a motorcycle at the motorcycle safety course.
Unbelievable. So you got on a Harley, felt the engine, had never ridden a motorcycle before. That grabbed you by the balls. You learned to ride a motorcycle and went and got your motorcycle license 3 weeks later. That is unbelievable. I did not know that's how it happened.
Yeah, man. And you need to take a class to be able to get your license.
Right.
In that class is where I learned how to ride.
How about, I thought, for whatever reason, I thought that you had been riding motorcycles since you're like 15 years old.
No, man.
Wow, that's insane.
3 years.
What? Dude, listen, anyone who sees you, and by the way, your main bike is fucking bad. Dude, it's badass. Oh my God, your bike is fucking. Your car is nice too. You got a rechargeable BMW. We were riding nice because you remember you and I ate at the restaurant that is owned by Dwayne Wade and Udonis Haslam.
Yep.
And dude, your motorcycle. Anyone who looks at you would assume you've been riding forever.
And that's the product. That's the byproduct of being truly passionate.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense.
When you really dive into something, people won't. You're gonna get so good at it. You're gonna reach a level of proficiency very quickly.
Yeah.
People aren't gonna be able to tell that you're new at this.
Man, that's incredible.
You're really not, because I've been riding for 3 years, but I have more hours on my motorcycle seat than a lot of guys who've been riding 10, 15 years, because they only ride on the weekends. I ride every single day.
Wow. Wow, dude. I did not know. Wow. Okay, so you're into it like that then.
Yeah, man. That's my thing. And luckily, I started the motovlog, and, I've had some success with it so far.
Okay.
I'm actually doing my first bike giveaway. So.
Oh, yes. So you are giving away giveaways at patreon.com/305writer. What? You know what? Actually, hold on. I have the graphic. I'm going to put the graphic up on the screen. So you are giving away a Honda CBR. Was it 600? Okay, so
600 double R. Yeah,
okay.
It's actually my own personal Honda CBR.
Okay.
I don't ride it that much, so I figured, you know what? Let's fix it up, give it back to the community.
Yeah, so, man.
If you want to sign up for that, just go to the Patreon. All my Patreons are automatically signed up for it. And this is a brand new Patreon page. This is probably my first announcement of it.
Okay,
so
good.
I only have a few Patrons there, but the first 25 people who sign up are going to get their entries doubled.
Wow.
And the way it's going to work is my pledges are going to work per episode, not per month.
Okay, gotcha.
So however much you pledge per episode, let's say you pledge $1 an episode.
Okay.
Every episode let's say I drop 10 episodes.
Okay.
Between the giveaway, that's $10.
$10?
That's 10 entries. Every dollar you spend is going to be 1 entry.
Wow. Now, a Honda CBR 600 double R. Obviously, a guy my size, I could ride that, but would it be a little uncomfortable, or is it possible?
You'd be a little cramped on.
Okay, all right.
It's absolutely possible. You can always move the pegs back and move the handlebars up a bit. You can make it your own and make it comfortable. But you're gonna want to move up to a 1000 rather quickly.
Oh wow, that's a big bike, a 1000.
Yeah. But that's the size of bike that you need, because you could put a 1000 cc engine on the body of a 300.
Oh my God, you're gonna kill somebody.
It can be done, but sadly the engine sizes go along with the actual bike size.
Right. So the number behind the whatever model number is, that's the size of the engine, and the larger the number, the bigger the engine.
Correct. That's a displacement number for the engine.
Okay, gotcha. It's funny that kind of with some supercars like McLarens, Bugattis. I'm trying to put this in a way that people can understand. With those kinds of cars, the displacement is sometimes used in the specs, not all the time, and it depends upon the size of the engine. But it appears that with bikes, the displacement is always synonymous with the size of the motor and the bike.
Yeah, and cars, you talk a lot about it's a V6.
Right, V8, sure, V12, yeah, right.
Motorcycles, they're usually 2, 3, or 4 cylinders at most.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right,
There's one bike out there that's a V6. That's the Honda Valkyrie.
The Honda Death Trap? Oh, the Honda Valkyrie.
It's
okay.
an absolute monster of a bike.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's got a V6, but it's not one of the fastest bikes out there because it's so heavy.
Oh, now why is it? Is it heavy because of the V6 engine?
Because of the V6 engine, it's got huge wheels. It's got all this fairing to go along with it. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful bike.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
I got a buddy of mine out there. He's got one.
You know what? I think we looked this up before. Honda Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, yep. It's got a V6 engine.
Wow, let me take a look at this bike. Oh yeah, that's a big bike.
Your feet actually go on the engine.
Wow. Oh, that's a beautiful bike, man.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Damn. Dude, that's the 19. Wow, these are some really... these are crazy.
Yeah,
these
sweet.
are... Oh, my... Oh, dude, we got dudes tricking them out. Oh, these are... You want to know what? It's funny. I remember the last time... Because we went in this direction last time, too. So we were supposed to talk about something. We ended up looking at motorcycles for like an hour.
Yeah,
the motor... Oh, my God. Look at this... Dude, so there's a developmental Honda Valkyrie, Dude, I'm going to tell you what, man. That is a nice
bike. Coming
out
with a 2022 Honda Rune, which is one of the rarest bikes on the
Spell that, 2022 Honda Rune?
Rune, R-U-N-E. And that's a version of the Valkyrie, but way
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks like it's something out of fucking Star Wars.
Oh, my God. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the exhaust is all integrated. It's a crazy looking thing.
Dude, that is crazy. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. You got guys, Counts Customs already. Dude, I'm going to tell you what. You want to know what bikes that I like aesthetically? I love the way Indian motorcycles look, man.
The Indians got some nice bikes, and they're newer bikes. Indians coming out with some really innovative stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like I've done live streams on this in the past. I think Harley's getting left behind from an innovation standpoint.
What? Really?
They are. They're not really innovating anymore. They'll come out with a new bike here and a new bike there.
Right.
All they're pretty much doing is rearranging engines and.
So you think Indian motorcycle?
That's the one thing that Harley comes out with every year. Most bikes will get a new paint job.
Oh, really? Wow.
Don't get me wrong, a Harley's still a Harley.
Sure.
But when you look at where the company is going to be 5, 10, 15 years down the road, right now I think Indian's outlook for revolutionary product and moving their product into the future, I think Indian's in a much better place.
I'm going to tell you what, dude. Looking at Indian motorcycles makes me want to go get a motorcycle license. I got to tell you, man.
Beautiful. Yeah.
They are gorgeous bikes. There was and it's funny, a couple of months after I moved to Reno from Vegas, there was an Indian motorcycle dealership, and I think it was off. I think it's off Prater. It was off Prater and McCarran, I think. And I used to ride my bike all over Reno, and I'll never forget, dude. I'm riding by, and I was like, "What?" Like they had it in the at the front of the store, like on the lawn, and I almost killed myself looking at this bike. And I was like, "What kind of bike is that?" I turned around, and it's Indian motorcycle. I'd never heard of it in my life. So
I remember. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was so I got off my bike. And I left it outside, unlocked. I figured, all right, well, no one's going to steal a bicycle at a bike shop. And dude, I don't know, it's something about something about the design. Like, I'm going to tell you what, man, some of these bikes are incredible. I promise I'm not going to do this again because we did this last time. I went down this rabbit hole, but look at this thing. Dude, I'm telling you what, man. So look at this. This bike is absolutely freaking gorgeous, dude. Oh, wait a minute. You can't see it. I'm not seeing. If you can see it on YouTube, when I see stuff like this, I'm just like, wow. But yeah, something like that. Go ahead.
It's actually one of my episodes on my channel. One of my first exposure to Indian motorcycles was I went to a Harley Davidson bike show.
Oh, okay.
And we had about maybe 50, 60 Harleys there.
Okay.
And I'm talking, you had the guys from Cartel Baggers with the big wheels.
Oh, wow.
Custom, all kinds of shit. The bike that won that bike show was a factory stock Indian motorcycle.
No shit.
Yep.
Wow. That's incredible because listen, we're both Americans, and Harley Davidson is synonymous with motorcycle royalty. They're the Harley Davidson of the motorcycle community. But to hear that and I got guys in the chat saying the same thing. Jason Moreno says Harley is years behind. Their product lines don't change much at all. Wow.
Wow. One interesting thing is Indian has an interesting history because Harley Davidson's belonged to the Harley family for most of its history.
Right.
There was a while there where they got bought out and then they bought it back, et cetera, et cetera. By the way, shout out to Kyle. He's watching right now, but he can't comment.
Kyle Mitchell's in the house, man. I haven't seen him in a while.
They have an interesting history because Indian went bankrupt very early. They started out, I think, around the exact same time, very early 1900s.
Oh.
And they were big competitors in the racing world.
Okay.
Then World War II came around.
Right.
I think Harley got the government contract, so Indian kind of just went bust. And then recently, the rights to the trademarks got bought out by Polaris.
Ah, the ATV company.
Yeah. And so right now, Polaris owns Indian.
Oh, are you serious? Mm-hmm. Wow. I did not know that. And so I guess Polaris is using their innovative style because, listen, man, listen, Harley's got some beautiful bikes, but Indian motorcycles have always just, aesthetically speaking, they've always just, for me, it's just been on another level. It really, now your bike is awesome.
They are beautiful bikes.
They really are, man. Man, I really like this one. I don't know what kind this is, but it looks really nice. Okay, so you go to the Harley Davidson dealership. You figure this is what I want to do. What has life been like since you started riding motorcycles? Like what changed? What stayed the same?
Well, for me, it was a completely life-changing, I want to call it event, but it was a completely life-changing thing.
Okay.
Before I rode motorcycles, like I said, I had a girlfriend. I would go see her, whatever. We'd go out on a Friday night. Since I got my motorcycle, there's not a night that I stay home. I do
good.
Every single night.
Wow.
I've
Okay.
met some incredible people. Like the people you meet, bro. My best friends, some of my best friends, I met because of motorcycles.
Okay. All right.
Obviously, the women you meet.
Yes.
It's the game on easy mode. If you know what you're doing,
dude, you've got a motorcycle and a small dog.
And the dog rides the motorcycle.
Oh my, dude, it's just like, I mean, that's just like Instapussy, just add water, right?
Yeah, and I live in Wynwood. You've been to Wynwood.
Wynwood is really nice, man.
I literally go park my bike like downstairs with the dog there and just kind of stand there for a couple hours. I'll walk away with something.
Yeah, dude, all day. Jason Moreno in the chat. So the Ma said the Indian FTR 1200 S is where it's at. That looks like a racing bike, like a dirt bike.
A naked bike, yeah, more of a. It's like a dual sport bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a beautiful bike. Funny, not funny story, but interesting fact. Indian just recently registered the trademark, the FTR-E.
Oh.
Or EFTR. So they're coming out with an electric variant to that motor.
Wow. I don't know, man. For me, I don't know. Listen, I can't. I mean, you've been in the community longer than I have. I don't know. An electric motorcycle just doesn't really sound right, does it?
No, you know what? It may have some applications with the super sport guys because they are fast.
Sure.
But I don't think overall they're going to. And I work in the electric vehicle industry. I don't think they're going to take hold.
Yeah, I don't think they are either, man. There's something about, a gas-powered propulsion.
The rumble and the smell and wrenching.
Right. There you go, man. There you go.
Go away.
So this one here is the Indian. Oh, sorry about that. This one here is the Indian Scout. Like, dude.
That's a beautiful bike.
It is, man. And so Jason Moreno in the chat says, agree. There's a Harley Davidson, a Harley dealership in Mesa and an Indian place right next to it. The Indian bikes are so much more visually stimulating. So in turn,
funny story. I have one of my episodes is from that Harley dealership in Mesa.
No shit. Oh, that's right. You used to, yes. So funny story. Miami J used to smash a bitch out in Phoenix, man. Dude, you and her had some wild fucking times, dude.
Oh yeah, I saw her this last time I went to Arizona. I just wanted to go ride the Prescott National Forest.
Yeah.
And fuck it, I picked her up. She rode with me, and we had some awesome nights.
Solid, dude. So she's still in play. Very nice, man.
Yeah, she's still. Well, that I know of. For all I know, she's married and didn't say shit.
Dude, look, man. I mean, aren't they all? Aren't they all?
I don't know.
Let's see.
But, speaking of wrenching on your bike, let me
talk
about the giveaway, which is going to be really cool.
The CBR giveaway.
The CBR giveaway, which you can sign up for at patreon.com/205rider.
There you go.
So the bike needs some love. So what we're doing is I'm posting polls on the Patreon page.
Okay.
As to what modifications we're going to do to the bike. Right now, there's a couple polls on there about the color scheme.
Okay.
And the type of fairing that we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the patrons vote. And those are the mods that we're going to do. Whoever wins these polls, like right now, the color schemes are black and white, orange and black, blue and white. Whatever the patrons choose, that's what we're going to go with. And that's
solid.
How we're like. it's gonna end up looking like a badass bike. We're gonna make this thing look clean, and I encourage everybody. Please, go support.
Yeah, man.
Maybe you win a bike.
Dude. Patreon.com/305Writer, the Honda CBR giveaway. The Honda CBR is kind of like I think the Kawasaki Ninja and the Honda CBR, that's sort of any guy who really likes race rockets. Those are those are the first loves, right?
Yeah. If somebody's looking to get started in motorcycling, but they just don't want to pull the trigger on something, the CBR is a great starter bike.
Okay.
The CBR is a perfect starter bike.
Okay, good. And it's
not too big, it's not too small. It's powerful enough to where you'll be able to keep up with anyone.
Okay.
But it's not powerful enough to where you're going to mistakenly twist the throttle and it's going to fly off on you.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, dude. I can't imagine being on a bike and turning the throttle and all of a sudden, whoop.
And and that's the thing. A bike is rarely going to do that on its own.
Sure.
It's really
on a 1200 it might.
The most important thing about learning to ride a bike is developing your own relationship with the throttle.
Okay.
The throttle is the most important tool. More than the brakes, more than the shifting, more than anything.
Really?
Is managing that throttle, learning how to use the throttle. If you know how to use that, you can ride a bike all day.
Dude, I'm telling you what, man. I plan to retire at 50, and here's what I'm going to do when I'm 50 years old. This is fun. I've always wanted to do this. So I'm going to buy 5 acres of land, probably out in Reno, and I am going to train Schutzhund level German Shepherds. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do, man. That's what I want to do. I've already got my first 3 dogs' names are going to be Santana, Vargas, and Cortez. I've already got it all planned out.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just something like, dude, I love dogs. I love dog training, and Schutzhund is German for personal protection. And
I did not know that.
Well, back when I was like 23, 24 years old, one summer, I volunteered at the Raleigh Police Department to help them with training their dogs. I was the guy who wore the bike gear, who would run along the fence and jump and all that. Dude, I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like, it's a rush.
Let me ask you this. Is the plan to get them as puppies, or is the plan to get former police dogs or former military dogs?
No, I'm going to get them as puppies, and I'm going to raise them as such. I want to take them from puppy. Now, here's the thing.
That's really fucking cool, bro.
Dude, I think that's really what I want to do. Because I've always been into dogs and dog training and personal protection. And what most people think is that, okay, just pick a German Shepherd or a Belgian Malinois, or a combination of the two, train them to be personal protection dog. Dude, I think it's like 10% of all purebred German Shepherds born, only 10% can be personal protection dogs, because 90% of German Shepherds don't have the requisite bite drive to do bite work. In other words,
define bite drive.
Okay, bite drive is a pup's. How can I put this? Bite drive is it's kind of like an instinct. Like Shaquille O'Neal back in 1992 at LSU, right? He was easily the most talented player in college basketball, but he was raw, right? And everyone saw that on display when Christian Laettner went down to Baton Rouge. And dude, he scored like 50 points on Shaq. Like, we all thought So the point is that puppies with bite drive are highly motivated to use their mouths. They're not necessarily aggressive, but they're a little more aggressive than the other pups. And so if a dog doesn't have, what's that?
That's really fucking interesting.
It's crazy. And if a pup doesn't have the requisite bite drive, and you can tell within like the first 8 to 10 weeks, okay, this is going to be a pet. This dog has a chance to work for law enforcement. Yeah, there's a big difference, man. And so yeah, that's what I want to do.
That girl on screen right there?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Notch counts in the background, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I have pictures of any girls.
She rode out of that dealership on the back of my bike.
Dude, that is game. See, guys, listen. That's game right there. That's game right there. Dude, I'm so rusty, man.
While you were just talking about the dogs and stuff, you could tell I've heard you talk about every freaking subject on the planet.
Right.
You could tell you have a passion for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
And
yeah.
when you have a real passion for something, you're gonna be successful at it.
Yep.
You're gonna love doing it.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
And
it's always something. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's just the craziest thing.
Yeah, you can tell. And part of living your own life, living life on your terms, is finding that passion and making something out of it. I think, how did the saying go? If you hate what you do,
if you love what you do for a living, you'll never work another day in your life.
Yeah, but no, that's not it.
Okay.
If you hate what you do, but you make good money, that's a job.
Okay.
If you love what you do, but don't make money on it, that's a hobby.
Okay.
If you love what you do and make good money on it, that's a passion.
Wow. I
forgot who said that or where I heard that, but it's absolutely true.
No, I agree, man. Like what I do, and it's cool because, like what I do for, and I can't believe that this is my existence. I never ever thought that this used to be a hobby for me, but it clearly is not. Like I've done some pretty, significant things, and it's the weird thing is, man, is it never, like, you never go looking for it, right? You just happen to be on a road trip with your girlfriend, hey, let's stop in and grab a burger and see what these Harleys, and then 3 years later, here you are, right?
And that's the thing. And I'll put it in terms guys can understand who've seen this channel. Rollo always says you can't negotiate genuine.
Yes. Oh, wow. Very good.
Negotiate a passion. You can't try something because somebody else is trying it.
There you go.
That's going to become your passion. It's got to hit you in the face.
Yep. That's exactly right, man. That's exactly right. And it's weird, man. I don't know where the transition went from hobby to this. I really don't know where that line was. I guess when I started making like $1,500, $2,000 a month, between YouTube and Patreon, I said, well, I guess I could sort of do this. And it really all started when I lost my first YouTube channel. I was like, all right, we'll just put everything on Patreon. Of course, with, what did we try? Because you were there for that. It was, what was the name of that program I used? And it was so much trouble, man. It was something.io. Crowdcast. Yeah. Crowdcast. All kinds of great features, but,
It was a pain getting online with that thing. I mean, it was a pain for us as viewers.
Oh my God!
It was for you as the broadcaster.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I just don't know. I don't know where the point is where this all started. Is I used to read Return of Kings all the time, and I saw that link that says, "Hey, do you have a story to tell? You have an article to write?" I submitted my article. Roosh got back with me the very next day, and I wasn't looking for that. Even when I was writing, I didn't plan on becoming Donovan Sharp, but somewhere along the way, it just happened, man. It's crazy how that works. It really is.
And I'd be lying if I said I started a YouTube channel with no expectations. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
I want to do this. This is what I want to do. But to think that a few years later I was going to have a bit of a clothing line and that was
man,
supplemental money from this, that I didn't think about that when I started.
It's crazy, man.
Not even close.
And it's all
like I said, I'm still starting out. I still need my 9 to 5.
Sure.
But this is my backup plan. If I end up getting fired one day, I can devote 100% of my time to this.
Oh, wow. Yep.
And it's sink or swim time.
There you go. And listen, necessity is the mother of invention, right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Dude, these are crazy. Dude, these bikes are unbelievable.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the asses on the screen.
No. I'm looking at. There is ass on the screen. How about that?
The Harley bikini contest.
So I guess the overarching theme is like finding. It's weird. You don't you find your purpose, yes, but I think it's more maybe your purpose finding you, right? Because, I mean, and some people find their purpose young. Some people find their purpose when they're in their 30s, like I was,
Absolutely, but you got to be out there looking for it, too. You got to...
Okay.
If it's got to find you, you got to let yourself be found.
Okay.
If you're doing what I was doing, go to a job you hate, come home, watch TV, go to sleep, wake up, do it again. It's never going to find you.
Right.
You're never going to get hit in the face by that epiphany of whatever it ends up being. Maybe it's DRP, maybe it's motorcycling, maybe it's working out, maybe it's crochet. I don't know.
Right. But
in order to live a true life on your own terms and to really live the RP life, you need a passion. You need something to focus on when you're not working.
Yeah.
Because if you're just out running game, you're gonna get burnt out.
Oh Jesus! Psh, I can attest to that. Holy shit, man!
Absolutely. And a Myron Gaines doesn't come along every day.
No.
Just because you found the red pill doesn't mean you're gonna be a good authority talker.
That's right. That's right.
You're gonna be successful. Every guy and their mother tries to start a YouTube channel or a blog when they find the red pill.
You're right, man.
I tried.
Right.
I think Pine tried. I think everybody's tried.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
it doesn't come along every day.
It is would I call it competitive? I don't know. I don't think I would call it competitive because it's not like you can only subscribe to a certain number of channels. You can subscribe to as many channels as you want.
Well, it's competitive in the sense that, and you know this better than anybody, the RP is a rabbit hole.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
So what you're competing for is time.
Yeah, that's true.
You only have so much time to go watch these things.
Yeah, that's true.
To give your time to Donovan Sharp, you can select to give your time to Rollo, to whomever you decide. You got to be that guy that stands out. You got to compete against everybody else to stand out in the crowd and make people give you that time.
And the getting eyeballs and getting someone's time, it begins and ends with your proficiency. You've got to know what you're talking about, especially in this space, because if you don't know what you're talking about, people can figure that out very quickly. Because I've seen red pill channels come and go, and I'm like, dude, like this guy is, like this guy clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. And the thing is I'm always learning, right? Like even though I'm Donovan Sharp and all this other kind of stuff, I learn something new about this community and about this way of life every day. It might not be groundbreaking. I don't have an epiphany every day, but every day I add just a little bit more dimension. In my own line of thinking. And I think that's probably how I've been able to sustain myself.
Well, actually, there's a guy in this building, a buddy of mine. He's actually a viewer of yours. It was funny because we met in the building.
Okay.
And then he saw me on your show last time I was on.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, dude, you get it. You know what's up." But it's funny because he started a YouTube channel.
Okay.
His YouTube channel is, I think, Miami Matchmaker.
Okay.
And he goes on there and he talks about red pill stuff, but that's not what he does. That's not his passion.
Sure.
He uses that to bolster his matchmaking business.
There you go.
He's actually a matchmaker. He holds single events all the time.
Oh, okay. So he's at the supplement then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's using it as a way to bolster his business. That's not his end all be all, obviously.
Right. Yeah, I think at some point, and I don't really know when that point is for me, because I mean, dude, I love being on the air, man. And this is why I don't do a whole hell of a lot of pre-recorded content. It's just not something I like, dude. 95% of my content, it's all live, man. Like it's all there. And that's when you know someone.
I'd say probably 98.
It's probably close to that, man. And the reason why is because prior to, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, I didn't have any video editing experience. So
and editing ain't easy, man.
No, it's not.
For weeks to edit a video.
Oh my God, dude, I can't even imagine. Listen, I pay people to edit my stuff now if I want to do something pre-recorded, but I'm much better live. I'm much better when that red light is on and you know you've got eyeballs on you. I don't know, something about that keeps for me, it just keeps my mind razor sharp. And you know what's interesting? I was actually talking to Kevin about this a couple of days ago. A lot of content creators in every space, really for that matter, most of the most successful YouTube channels used to be, or they still are, pre-recorded content, edited content. But now, like it appears that live broadcasts, those are kind of the wave of the future now. Yeah.
Yeah, because especially with the pandemic, people, and you see it in the Nielsen numbers, people aren't subscribing to fucking cable anymore.
No, they're not. No,
they
they're
have
not.
Streaming services, and
Netflix, Hulu.
What's the number one free and biggest streaming service?
It's YouTube. Yeah, that's right.
It's the second biggest search engine on the planet.
That's right. That's right.
So,
yeah, it's crazy, man. Like it's so hard to even conceive the notion that more people are watching YouTube than television. I think the only day of the year where there are more people watching television than on YouTube, Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah.
Super Bowl, maybe the World Cup finals.
Yeah.
Even you have that shit on streaming services now too.
Man, it's incredible.
The only reason I still have cable is for the NFL Red Zone channel, and I'm still on a streaming service. I just haven't.
Dude, YouTube TV. YouTube has TV. YouTube TV. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you what, man. Yeah, I think that whatever your passion or purpose ends up being, if you want to share that with the world, obviously YouTube is the biggest and best way. But you also have to develop. You're also going to have to develop your brand outside of YouTube. That way, in case anything happens, you have something to fall back on.
And it's important to make the distinction too. Just because you find your passion, you don't have to share it with the world.
Right.
You don't have to start a YouTube channel. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Maybe your passion is your 9-to-5 job. Maybe you're incredibly lucky and you absolutely love your 9-to-5 job for your corporate headmasters.
Right.
Maybe you do. Maybe that's your passion, and that's great. But it's important to know, if you are going to share with the world, you got to be proficient at it.
Yes, you have to know what you're talking about.
And it's got to be something people want to watch. If you want to start a YouTube channel, make sure there's an audience for it.
You have to be, being a content creator. The burden is you have to be both educational and entertaining. Right, because if you're
edutainment,
edutainment, edutainment or entercation, right. But yeah, man, it's like you really, it's and some people, and I guess I'm not, and I don't try to be entertaining, or I don't try to be entertaining. I guess I just have an entertaining personality to some degree, Yeah, I didn't realize it, but. And I think that's the reason for my growth, because I guess I just have that kind of a personality. But here's something else. I've been lucky a lot. Like even in building this, I've been very, very lucky to have been in the right place at the right time. I'd like to think I'm probably if not one of the most diversely well-connected guys in the community. I've got access to literally everybody. And I think it's important, whatever your passion is, make sure you find like-minded individuals, because you never know.
Find your community. And I will say, motorcycling, it's almost impossible to do it by yourself. You are going to find that community. Because when you're passionate about something, you're going to look at every bike that drives by.
Wow, yeah.
All of a sudden, you're going to start noticing that biker events are actually very common. And maybe you drive by restaurant X every Thursday night.
Right.
You don't even pay attention to it. But now you're going to start realizing that every Thursday night, they're holding a bike net, and there's 100 more.
There you go.
You're going to want to go look at those bikes. You're going to want to meet those people. And those people are going to want to meet you.
Yes.
Your bike is cool, too. There isn't a bike. I've never seen a bike I didn't like.
Wow.
Everybody loves everybody's bikes. Motorcycles are.
It's very tight-knit community, man.
Yeah, and everybody makes. That's the beauty about motorcycles. You always find a way to make it your own.
Okay.
It's damn near impossible to find a stock motorcycle out there.
Oh, okay. So all bikes are custom made?
No, well, obviously they get pushed out of the factory floor when you buy it. Yeah,
but it's highly customizable, right?
Absolutely. Every bike is highly customizable.
How about that?
In fact, that's one of the reasons Harley gives behind their bikes being, I don't want to call them raw, but raw to a point, is that they want people to customize.
Okay.
Them. They want people to make them their own, and that's that's a credit to them because you can find a Harley in any shape, size. No two Harleys are the same.
No, yeah, that's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. You find a lot of Rice Rockets that look very similar to one another, but
even then, they probably have some minor adjustments that people do on their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever ridden a chopper like?
Once your arms come above your shoulders, that just gets uncomfortable.
Dude, their arms are up here, and then they've got their feet way out there. They're like spread eagle,
It becomes really hard to handle a bike that way. You can't drive that thing.
Listen, it is my assertion that in order to ride a chopper, you must have a gray beard at least 2 feet long. Otherwise, you look funny on it, right? Right? I mean, I think that's how it is. Listen, if you're going to ride a chopper,
I'm not qualified still. I'm still.
Yeah, listen. Yeah. You got to have a gray beard that's at least 2 feet long, and you have to have at least one tattoo.
At least 5.
Oh yeah, dude. And one of them has to be a very ill-advised tattoo.
And you got to have a girl willing to ride on the back.
There you go. There you go. You've seen those shirts. If you can read this, the bitch fell off.
Yeah. Or the one it's got 2 circles on the back say "place tits here."
I've never seen that one. That's funny. That's funny.
That one's a good one. That one's pretty famous. But yeah, man, we're gonna do a lot of stuff to the CBR. So I encourage everybody to please sign up for this giveaway.
Yes, the Honda CBR giveaway.
And along the way, maybe we're also gonna give away some helmets. We're sponsored by Voss Helmets.
Okay.
And we're sponsored by Rider Bag, which is a motorcycle backpack. That's high visibility. It's got some really cool stuff on it.
Cool.
So we're gonna get some of those away in the process, and maybe some other stuff too. We'll see. But come December, we're gonna give away a motorcycle, and I'm paying for the shipping. I'm paying for everything.
Oh wow. Okay.
The only thing the winner's gonna have to pay for is whatever state fees they have for title tag registration.
Okay. Fair enough.
They have to do that, but it's gonna be a fun giveaway. So I encourage everybody to sign up. Sign up, and if you don't want to ride it, sell it.
Right. Make some money on it. Make some money on it. Patreon.com /305rider. And again, his email to sign up for the TSR TSR Fantasy League is in the chat as well. Any last words before we go?
Nah, man. Thanks for letting me come on here and just talk bikes for a little bit.
Absolutely,
That's
man.
kind of what I live for nowadays.
I'll tell you what, dude.
Thanks for having me, and again, congrats on the CME, brother. That's well deserved, well earned.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, man.
And thanks to everybody for watching. Go sign up for my YouTube, man.
Yes.
Follow me on Instagram.
305 Rider.
305 Rider. And like I said, sign up for this giveaway because we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And first 25 people to sign up get double their entrance. So
good stuff. Miami J, everybody, thanks for joining us. That's gonna do it for this special edition of TSR Live on Saturday. I'm having some nasal and sinus congestion. I don't really know why that is. So I'm gonna go downstairs and do a nasal decongestant, maybe some nose spray.